What's going on, you guys? Team Toon Rose here, and we're back at you guys with another video. You know me, Kami, the voice and persona of the channel. Accompanied as always, Jack, the architect of the channel. How we doing today, buddy?
Dude, we are getting
Hyped.
This game has dropped. This game is crazy.
Yes, and this game makes me want to pull all my hair out because I gotta grind the packs.
Over the edge, feel like I'm floating through the air. The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless. Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling fearless. Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still, hanging in the balance. Not the life I want to live, I want to take it all. Standing tall, fear outweighed the person you are. Oh, break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless.
That's also a deck that's been on the scene here lately. Say Drytrons are, if I'm being honest.
Alright, we're going to pause the duel here just so you guys can see the starting hand. We have opened up with Ash Blossom, Virtual World Nene, Jinjin, Kieran, and a Pot of Desires. So, with this looking hand, Nene would be our starting, just because the way how virtual monsters work is that you have to target them to activate the abilities in hand. When you activate their abilities, they can either dump a monster, depending on the card, or they throw a spell or trap card. And we're starting here with an Ash Blossom. That's great. It's been so long I don't remember when this game happened.
Let's say, so they're going to use their Herald to try to negate the Ash Blossom, which it's going to go through. I still love this the frickin' link or the chain effect. Great job of the visual artist.
Oh yeah.
So they're activating their free-ride rituals. They're grabbing their Cyber Angel Ben 10 from their hand. I say so far they're setting up pretty commonly with the Drytrons.
With the Drytron.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely during this game, I will tell you guys a quick spoiler here. At the beginning of this, because he went first, it doesn't look great for us. It just really doesn't.
Yeah, because right there's the Herald of Perfection. Yeah, say right now it's not looking too hot. Herald of the Arclights in the graveyard. That's the thing you don't want it to be. They're exiting into their Drytron move beta.
They went into beta and Fenfear. So this is gonna be a little tip to help you guys against Drytrons. If you guys would have anything that would pop a creature, you would wait for them to do their whole entire thing, and then if you're able to start popping something, this is the time. As soon as you see the Xyz monster come out, this is the time to stop Drytrons.
Yes, because
But obviously in this hand, you're not gonna see it.
yeah, but yeah, it's because Drytron Fafnir is I would say it's the start of just all of disaster of Drytron. So you take away Fafnir and you're basically stopping a very big synergy of Drytron. So now they
have not so much plays after you stop their XP.
Now they're coming into with Ben 10 immediately going into an XE play of Beatrice. Yeah, I forgot Beatrice. Ugh. Yeah, so again, this is looking pretty bad from our point of view. But
there's that.
yep, there's the perfection. That's the one card you don't want to hit the field.
Oh yeah.
The perfection comes up. As long as I have a fairy in hand, you're not gonna play anything. So
We activate Pot of Desires kind of mostly to, we know he's gonna negate, so we kind of use it to debate out what's happening here.
The Beatrice is activating. They pitch a card. Then Pot of Desires goes, but we kind of, let's say with the deck you do want the cards in your you do want them in your banish deck. So right here, what's going on here, Jack?
All right, so good thing to that's, well, I wouldn't say really the good thing, but things to point out here. So what Herald is a omni negate, so it stops spells and traps and monster activations even in hand. So he is pretty much going through all his material. So as long as he has a fairy monster in hand, he can pretty much throw it into his graveyard, as we can see here, and he's activating some plays here. He's activating Beatrice. Beatrice no longer has material. Drytrons no longer has material, and at this point in time, he also no longer has access to a negate.
So
now.
So this is So now this situation, this is where we're gonna want to really pop off our stuff.
Right, because now we know that he has nothing. He is wasted through everything, and very surprisingly, we have not activated much. Right, we activated
Pot of Desires.
one Pot of Desires, and we activated Kieran in hand.
Yeah.
So I mean, we can even see the cards that we banished here. It's a little bit. It's a little bit of cards that you kind of just don't want to worry. So when you play Pot of Desires, you don't want to worry what's in your banish pile. I mean, sometimes you do, but in this deck that's really consistent, you kind of you gotta take the punches and kind of just go with it and don't. You can either check to see all right, do I still have my hand traps at least? But sometimes it's just you just gotta play the game.
Yes.
So, things to do here, we activated a card in hand. And so what this is doing is that he allows us to, with his ability, we're throwing a trap or spell card in hand. At this point, we chose our trap card. In Grave, what it does is that it bans itself, and then it can target a monster on our side of the field and increase or decrease its level by 3 or by.
Yes. So then we're gonna go ahead.
Excuse me.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and activate Lulu, get our get our spell card, and then the card that we pitched is going to go ahead and activate. We're going to increase, and then it's going to set up for our synchro play into Shen. Now, the thing about Virtual Shen, I would say is probably the most important card to have on the field.
Oh yeah, it is. It is like your number one card, and you kind of want to make it out. Well, maybe the other monster didn't stay long, but it has a nice ability where we can banish two in our grave, monster-wise, and we can bring it back onto the field.
Right. Now they're using they're using Fafnir to go into a down magician, which isn't much isn't too worrisome, but they are immediately using it to go into Zeus, which is a little bit more of an issue. But right at this current point in time, we don't have anything on the field to really worry about, so we're gonna go ahead, pitch 2 cards to get back out Shen. Now we have hand trap in play or in hand, which is
And
good.
quite nicely they activate Zeus and decide to put our card back into the graveyard.
Yes.
It does not look so nice for us boys.
Yeah. It is. It is looking a little rough right now. Say we got 4,200 life points. They have a Zeus ready to come in, but we're gonna go ahead and pitch Ash and pitch another Virtual World Gate.
For this one, we're making it now in 6, and at this point, where you're going into our M7. This is a good play because his Zeus no longer has material, so we can just toss it right back into his deck, and now we can set up our own Zeus.
So go ahead, attack, boom, go into our main phase 2, synchro it, XD it off into our own Zeus. Now we have the play that he had, and I don't think we're looking too good for him because he has no card in hand, so he would have just been. It wouldn't matter what he had because he would have just been set up for damage, and after we brought out Zeus, that was basically point set match. But the things to walk away and remember about this deck, there's no real honestly, I don't really think there's a real combo for this deck. You're gonna go into it's usually what you're gonna do.
So
you're gonna go into Shen. You'll bring out M7. And then bring out Zeus. That's gonna be your main quote-unquote combo of the deck, is those 3 cards.
There is times where you want to save M7 and you want to go into the different XD's monsters as being like Phoenix. So the reason a lot of times I don't do it is just because it just helps me putting an effect on board. Because Constellar, right? Like if I brought out Constellar, I can bring Astrom back from my graveyard back into my hand. It just depends on what I'm looking forward into the next turn. Like, do I want to have it? Like, if I used Ash, like, do I want to put Ash back into my hand, or do I not?
Right. But that's why that's why I said it's probably the combo you're gonna go for is Shen M7. And honestly, you might not even want to go into Zeus. That way, you can keep that you can keep your fetch back on your fetch on board.
And I'm gonna say this just to roll this out here. Because this video is getting a little bit long. So things to remember. Your starters is Nene. Lulu, if you have to, and also the same thing with Jinjin. These 2 is if you really have to. Nene is your most likely what you're going to go into. And then with your monsters in hand, first thing you really want to get rid of is Quan Long to get you another virtual world monster that you have not had. If you get Foolish Barrel Goods, this is good too, also to get Quan Long in the grave, or also a trap card. I also recommend always to have at least 1 trap in the deck, just for you can put it onto the field, because 1 on field and 2 in grave is probably the best ratio for this combo. So you have a competitive deck and a deck good for solo.
And if you really want to flex on your friends, Virtual World. But thanks guys for tuning into this video. This is our first Master Duel video, and it will be many more to come. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. That way you guys can get all the juicy content here from Team Toon Rose. I am Kami. He is Jack, and we will see you guys in the next video. Ciao.
Peace.